We're here on Angerville. This map was originally designed by Quinn Duffy himself, probably in like 2005, and it has joined us in Company of Heroes 2. Also, the port was worked on by Quinn Duffy. So we got this map in the game around 6 months ago, and we are very excited to have it. It's an excellent turning map. It's going to be CaptainSPrice against WuFF. We're going to unpause in 3, 2, 1. Unpause. 39, 40, 41, 42, 43.
Hope my computer can keep up with you this time. You'll probably just have to pause every minute or so for like 1 second.
No, I don't pause. I time sync you, and you go to 2 times and catch up.
But I'm the observer, so it's jarring.
Oh, okay. Well, okay.
No, you make
a good argument. So when you need me to pause, let me know. Like every 10 minutes, we'll just have a check. But
by the way, check out. We'll introduce in a second, but yeah, Price's Wire. It's always fun. Even in the first minute of the game, he always throws this wire trap on the cutoff house with the new building mechanics. I'm curious if it still works, because they like teleport in faster and like it's more snappy. So I wonder if maybe the dynamics of this this building wire trap still works with this patch. I'm actually really curious if WuFF's going to try and garrison one of these houses with this wire trap setup. I want to see what'll happen.
He was very particular about how he laid those little wire triangles around the door. But anyway, very quickly, fighting out of the south in the blue trunks is going to be our Polish player, CaptainSPrice. I'm sure you all know him from his very popular stream and his troll strats. He's got a super early sniper. He's gone penals and sniper right off the bat, so a fun build from Sprice happening. And his opponent will be WuFF. And WuFF, should be mentioned, was one of our early bird benefactors for Operation Charlie Fox. He put in a large chunk of cash before we even announced the tournament to get the ball rolling right out of the gate. So appreciation goes out to WuFF, and good luck against CaptainSPrice.
So we've got Soviets versus Oster on Angerville. It's kind of funny to see the classic Eastern Front armies fighting on this Western Front's map. With also, of course, with the teaser British gliders are still sitting around now. Once Brits got announced, they added these green cover glider crashes over on the left side, which not even sure that I like them that much. But
now the Brits are announced, I was looking through all the new maps for teasers of what might be coming next. Did you do that too?
No.
Because it seems like maybe they would tease the 6th faction if it's coming, or what's next, because they teased a bunch of stuff, and they said like after Brits come out we're gonna make an announcement, blah blah, but we didn't really hear it, so we're still not sure what they're working on next for Company of Heroes 2, but we'll hope it'll be good. It's straight folk spam from Gren spam from WuFF. He's got 4 grenadiers, and they've already moved on Sprice's cutoff on the right, and now they're sort of all over the place.
What is his sniper doing? His sniper just got flanked. I'm not sure he was watching the engagement. Oh, ouch. No. That is a really good pickup for WuFF right there at the very beginning of the game. Losing a sniper like that in the first 4 minutes, that could be devastating.
He's probably doing a little fist pump. Yeah, get some, Sprice. Sprice is probably the favorite, though, in this. In our OCF tournament seeding spreadsheet, Sprice's overall faction ranks with all the different 5 factions are one of the best in the game. I think he's top 10.
I don't doubt that. Yeah, he's been laddering up hard. I'm sure he wants to. Participate in Operation Charlie Fox. Try to take some of that prize pool. He participated in my events a lot.
The prize pool is over $4,000, Romeo. Now.
I can believe it now. Once we made it to 3,000, I felt like 4,000 was an achievable goal. But I will definitely say that when in the initial planning stages, it never even occurred to me that would ever happen. It's astounding. It's amazing.
Now we got our eyes set on 5K. I have to thank you for using the little OCF replay bar hider. We got an engagement close range between the penal battalions, and they're going to chase off some grenadiers. WuFF is wise to retreat before he takes too much damage. WuFF's gone for a mortar, interestingly. Why do you think he made that selection?
Well, Mortar, Oster always struggles with engagements over on the right side of this map because of the buildings, so Flamethrower also noticed that on the Pios, plus Mortar will give him a lot of tools to deal with building management against a Tier 1 strategy with penal battalions everywhere. There's going to be a lot of Flamethrowers, there's going to be a lot of building fights. If he's going to vie for this half of the map, which he can afford to do with his early manpower lead and killed that sniper, then a Mortar's probably not a bad idea. It'll help him flush his opponent from buildings and maybe later put pressure on his opponent's cutoff house in the southeast. But I do think that against primarily infantry and snipers, the Mortar's unlikely to get any big hits unless they're sticking around in a garrison for a really long time. But I think it's purely a garrison management tool.
Well, Sprice has been determined. He has built another sniper squad. They pick off a couple Grens on the left and force it to retreat. Now they're working on capping the center VP. WuFF is expanding on the right, capping the fuel, capping the ammo, and trying to defend his cutoff on the left against these penals.
Looks like he's going to win that engagement. I'm expecting him to go Tier 2 soon. He's got Battle Phase 1. Once he gets out of Scout Car, Price might struggle to keep his second sniper alive. He's had to spend a lot of manpower to repurchase it, so his army is looking very small compared to his opponents.
Sniper's brave now, capping the fuel on the left. I wonder what teching we might see from Sprice. He has chosen, Soviet combines arms, so that doesn't really give him any mid-game call-ins. We do see one guard squad already to join the two penals.
Territory secured.
And that's Soviet combined arms is not something I've seen yet this patch. I wonder if it's alright. I don't know if the ML20 is still ridiculous. It seemed way too strong last time I saw it fielded, but he's against Oster rather than OKW, so he's not going to be able to bombard any battle group or any forward defensive locations like that or anything. So I'm curious to see how CaptainSPrice is going to utilize this commander. He has a tendency to pick commanders that are less popular. He liked German mechanized in the last competitive event that he participated in of mine, and that was at a time when German mechanized was horrible, had no chance of beating Soviet Guard motor. So he tends to pick commanders like that, and I guess we'll see if he can make it work when he's already on the back foot. It's kind of a risky play.
Tier 2 is finished for WuFF. He's got his Life the Mechanized Company, and I wonder if we'll see a 2-2-2 from him. He does know that the guards are on the field, so whoa. Sprice better. Ooh, wow! The second burst from the flames retreats kills the retreating combat engineers. That's a tough break for Sprice. But I'm just wondering, this snipers and guards strat was something that was popular when the game was launched 2 years ago.
Yeah, that's true. It's very old school. I remember watching Barton do this with like 3 snipers and then 3 guards straight to ISU 152. But I mean, it's a good thing if old strategies pop back up, because it means that the number of viable alternatives is still diverse, or at least Price is going to try and make this work. I don't know if it's optimal.
Sprice has got a nice attack with his upgraded penal squad. They're going to try to flame the mortar. The mortar is going to start with a soft retreat and then move into a full retreat. WuFF's got flamers of his own. We're going to see a flamer v flamer battle here. This should be fun.
With the changes to the flamethrower, by the way, if you just keep moving the way WuFF has been, you can notice that you can mitigate a lot of the damage that way by just getting out of the fire pools. But since a flamethrower has to stop moving to fire, it's either nobody's damaging anybody or they're both taking tons of damage really fast.
Wow, the Grens get behind the sniper, kill one of the models of the squad, but are not able to finish it off. Sprice is able to retreat. He does have medics in his Soviet base, so he will be able to heal up those penal battalions that took so much flame damage, and but it's going to be costly to reinforce the member of the sniper squad.
I actually am impressed that Price has got this much territory under his control. He's got over almost half the map, and just even though he lost a sniper, he's first of all going with snipers. You're already not going to have that much capping power, and he lost one of them. So he's done a good job of managing the map, even though he's kind of operating on a lower pop cap army than his opponent. He's still 10 pop cap behind. WuFF went mechanized assault, by the way, so I wonder if he's, rather than getting a 2-2-2, maybe he's going to get the mechanized assault group, try and hunt the sniper down that way. Either way, it'll be something Price has to keep an eye out for, a more mobile counter to his to his sniper. But also, WuFF can almost just ignore the sniper. It hasn't had that much of an impact. Only 5 kills in 10 minutes, plus it's bleeding manpower every time it loses a model. So WuFF doesn't have to over-dedicate resources to hunting it down if he doesn't want to.
One thing he shouldn't have done, though, is bought a pack. I mean, that's just lack of scouting. There is absolutely no vehicle that could come into this. You know, it's clear that he's going guards and snipers, and buying a pack plays directly into that strat. I think he would have been wiser to maybe get a 2-2 to at least stop harassment on the wings. Maybe if you can't fight the guards head on, you can at least, you know, sort of work on the penals, maybe get a few shots in on the sniper if you work the angles correctly. But I think it's going to be difficult for WuFF to beat this army head on, you know, with the mortar in the pack. He does have some Panzer Grenadiers coming out that should give him a little more anti-infantry capabilities.
I'm actually very surprised to see him field Panzer Grenadiers out of the tech structure instead of the mechanized assault group, because just for a little resources more, he could get the unit out, and then he'd also have mobility for them to maybe hunt down the snipers. So I am a little confused by that. But I don't think the pack is a mistake, because against Soviets, you just can't get a pack too early. Price could, even though it is guards and snipers, he's got 165 fuel in the bank. There could be an M5 on the way. It is possible. And the Soviet M5 this patch can be devastating, so preparing for it is, in my opinion, 10 minutes in, not a mistake at all.
I wish that the Wehrmacht had a unit that could, like, scout the base, you know? I mean, yeah, maybe he could have done it with a 2-2-2, but surely if he tried to, the guards probably would have killed it. But what if there was like a bike or something that could maybe, you know, be fast and dodge shots and could just pop in the base to see what the enemy's got? I just think that KO2 doesn't have enough unit-based scouting skills.
Yeah, the Jeep, the bicycle, all that stuff is very noticeably gone, and the really super light vehicles in this game always have less of a scouting role and more of a combat role, which is very different from KO1. There's no Kettenkrad, which wasn't a combat unit at all, but the Universal Carrier upgrades with a flamethrower upgrade that makes it very powerful in combat. The M3 is always garrisoned with a flamethrower squad, which makes it an assault vehicle. The Dodge for the U.S. forces is almost never seen, and it also used to be, when it was used, an assault combat vehicle. So almost every light vehicle is not a scout unit.
Right, it's important that it shouldn't be able to fight, you know, because you want it like behind the lines. It's got to be fast, you know. It's got to be micro-intensive, which would be great because it would raise the skill cap of KO2, and it should have the ability to, like, when on the move, to be able to dodge shots from guards or Panzer Shreks. You know, like, it should be able to really be able to weave in and out of combat and just have a look or extend the line of sight. I think that would add a really deeper aspect to the game.
Well, Cruzy, it was a combat vehicle back when there was no accuracy penalty inside and the Lieutenant's Thompson did like 8 million damage per second. Now it's just gone. Nobody feels it at all. Now it's not even a unit in the game. It's just I'm pretty sure it's just been removed from KO2.
These Sprice penal guys are constantly right at the front line burning Germans. They've already picked up double vet. I'm impressed by them. To see penals so effective.
Yeah, they're doing pretty all right. They just sniped that Grenadier squad. They were retreating in red cover though. That was an unfortunate turn of events for WuFF.
Yeah, they had an LMG too, so that was a costly loss from WuFF.
Actually, Price has pulled back into the lead a little bit. I think if WuFF had gone mechanized assault group when he was ahead, he could have used that to snowball, to build his lead, put pressure on Price. But at the same time, with guards on the field, it would have been hard to maneuver it in a favorable way. He is up to 7 CPs now, so I think we might see a Stug E.
Yeah, I'm wondering why he's not building it. He can afford it right now. What's he waiting for?
Maybe he wants to go.
He went with another Gren squad instead.
He might want to go straight to Tiger, because if he does go Stug with his map control in this situation, it'll delay a Tiger significantly. But then again, if he doesn't go Stug, he may not have the tools he needs. Yeah.
This is a dangerous decision.
Price has recovered from a horrible start quite gracefully. This is surprising.
Just for somebody to say gracefully about Sprice is pretty hilarious. But I like it.
Well, his play and his mannerisms are two different things.
His underwear?
His underwear. How do you wear underwear gracefully?
Sprice does, that's how. I like Sprice. People give Sprice a lot of grief, but I like him. I think it's important for games, you know, like it's important for the meta to have someone who's actively attempting to like exploit any possible, you know, like OP unit. Like I think that's really important. I think it makes the balance devs aware of what's going on, and you know, I'd rather see it all done here on his stream or in Automatch than like for the first time in the tournament, right? I mean, I think players like this are important.
Well, everybody does that though. That's why it's called the meta, because it becomes a popular, powerful thing. That snipe by that sniper, another Grand Squad goes down. 18 kills on that thing. WuFF has yet to finish it off. The Soviet sniper doesn't have the rate of fire of the Oster sniper, but despite that, Price has gotten it up to a kill rate of like 1.3 or something. I can't see the kill count, it just retreated, but it's 16 minutes in, and it's got more than that in kills, so it's doing all right. A lot better than the first one, that's for sure. And territory situation basically could not be better. WuFF needs to do something to turn this around, or he's gone from having a great lead to totally losing control of the game.
Yeah, the pack might be a like automatic build, whatever, but I think it was at that point where he started to lose map control.
I think that that actually kind of highlights one of the reasons why the M5 needs to be tweaked, because even when it doesn't get fielded, just the fact that a player is forced to build around the possibility of it getting fielded, because it's that devastating.
Yeah, but my point is about scouting is like he doesn't even have tier 3, you know. So if WuFF had any tool to scout that, then that you know like fog of war threat wouldn't be there. But it's like he doesn't have a good way to just pop and have a look in the base, so he has to build, you know, a pack against a unit that could come from a tier that doesn't even exist yet.
Yeah, so not only are balance issues highlighted, but possibly also design issues, which is, well, I don't know. I don't know what else to say about it.
The sniper's going to town. We can see the kill counter now. It's got 22 kills. So the first sniper squad failed miserably, but the second one is working wonders. And Sprice has plenty of infantry to protect that sniper now. Actually, the infantry that he's using to protect the sniper is almost as impressive as the sniper itself. I mean, these 4 squads, 2 penal squads at double vet and 2 guards at double vet.
It's actually, penals always seem to vet up really fast despite their kill count. There's only 7 and 5 kills between them, so 12 kills in total on those penals. The sniper has 10 more than that by himself. The guards with their PTRS are doing a little better though, and does he have DP machine guns? I think so. Yeah, he does on both of those. So they're doing a little better. They are still behind the sniper though. He's outpacing both of those pairs of units. 21 total on the guards, 12 total on the penals, and then the sniper's at 22. So Price making very good use of that unit, as he always does. The Price sniper is feared by all.
Sprice has got almost 400 fuel in the bank. And do you think he'll ever spend it, or does he just feel like he can control this game with infantry?
I don't know. I heard Price mention at one point that he was trying to perfect a Soviet tier 1, tier 2 strat only. So and now he's getting an ML20, so he just dropped all of his manpower on an artillery piece right there outside of his base. So
yeah, look at that. I mean, he does have 1 AT gun, but I don't know. The P4's on the field. WuFF should be able to push out a bit on the right behind the P4.
Yeah, he just needs to watch out for mines. As long as his tank advances with minesweeper support, he might be able to recover a little bit of control of this game. He doesn't have a lot of time though. 173 victory points left, so he needs to make something happen.
Both of these players are signed up for Operation Charlie Fox. I was looking at the signups. I think we've got maybe around 145 or 150 now. It's getting up there.
Yeah, that's a pretty good turnout.
I'm actually thankful that it's not like 200, 250 or whatever. I mean, I really hope we don't have to do I mean, I don't mind doing a round of 256. That could be fine. You know, if we have like 130 players, I don't mind doing, you know, that one extra round. But if we had more than 256 actually check in and we had to do like a round of 128, that would not be fun.
Yeah, that would be pretty brutal, especially because doing best of ones in Co 2 is so strange.
Yeah, it's brutal, it's strange, it's weird. Nobody has experience with mirror matches because, of course, they're not popular and they're not allowed an auto match. So WuFF has been able to gain some territory. He's even working on the second VP. It's funny, you know, he's getting close to this ML20 position. Has it fired yet?
No, it has not. It's rotating. Price doesn't want to reveal it yet, I guess. Maybe he doesn't feel comfortable playing his hand with that much enemy infantry sitting right there. He probably doesn't have vision of exactly where anything is standing right now. So the map is kind of splitting in half vertically, which on Angleville happens sometimes.
What is this? Price showing patience? Man, when I get a new expensive unit, I fire it immediately, don't you?
I don't think I've ever seen a player more patient than Price. He will happily sit on 2 VPs for an hour-long game.
Yeah, or like 10 M10s, right?
He has no problem just building a huge defensive line and waiting for his opponent to make a mistake, and I've seen that more times than I care to remember in my own competitive events that I've had to sit through an hour-long or more slugfest of Price building a huge AT gun wall and just waiting it out.
So Price is putting all these mines down. He really felt like he couldn't protect the ML20. You know, before the mines came down, if WuFF had some scouting or some knowledge of what was going on in Price's base, probably with all those LMG Grens and his P4, he could have pushed in there, kited the AT gun, and perhaps, you know, attacked or called some kind of off map down on the ML20. There are no conscripts to throw AT nades and damage engines. Remember that. I mean, he does have to deal with the guards guns and that one AT gun, but other than that, that's all Price has for AT.
Pretty much, and most importantly, he has no snare other than mines. Oh, by the way, the honeypot wire trap, it totally worked. Oh, the satchel did nothing. What was that? That satchel did 0 damage to the Panzer
whiff.
How is that possible? Not only did it do 0 damage, it blew up Price's wire and the Panzergrens get free. That's kind of unfortunate for Price. I feel bad that his little trap didn't work right there. Not because he didn't execute well, but just because a satchel, I don't know if it bugged or what that was. Oh,
all right, the ML20 popped his cherry. It's firing into this position between the VP and the cutoff point and hitting really nothing. So that patience not paying off at all.
Yeah.
The Grens and infantry are able to scatter. The P4 just backs to safety a bit. I mean, WuFF is building a strong infantry force of his own. He's got 2 triple vet Gren squads with LMGs, and they are a threat.
Pop caps are pretty much dead even, so neither player really in a significant lead for resource. The resource float also pretty much the same for manpower. Obviously, Price has a huge fuel advantage, but he's not using it, so it may not matter that much. But I think WuFF mostly just needs to get his Minesweeper up so that if he wants to get rid of that ML20, he might just dance around it. So far, it has 0 kills, so yeah, it hasn't done anything. But if he did want to get rid of that, he would need to do it with Minesweeper support. And WuFF has a few mines going down of his own. Got a teller mine down.
WuFF just hit 13 CPs, so the Tiger is unlocked, but he's got a lot of fuel to gain before he'll be able to purchase it. He's at around 100, and he needs 230 for the Tiger 1.
That's going to take a while to arrive. I think that it helps explain a little bit his decision not to go Stug E. What is weird is that not only did he not go Stug E, but he did go Panzer IV. So he's using Mechanized Assault, but hasn't used any of its features yet. Just going straight up to the Tiger, but he teched, and he didn't get the Stug, so interesting.
The P4 was essential to his ability to push out on the right-hand side, and that's completely changed the face of this game.
But a Stug would have been way cheaper, so the question is, was the P4 worth its price tag compared to what a Stug could have done for him?
That's true, when you count all the teching that went into getting that P4 out.
ML20
so much more
scares
expensive.
off the MG42, so that's going to weaken WuFF's defensive line a little bit here, but it looks like he'll hold.
Here we go. CaptainSPrice is pushing with all of his penal squads. He's got guards in the house. WuFF is trying to get his mortar in position so he can aid in this fight. His units are kind of spread all over the map. That's one problem with WuFF's alignment strategically at the moment. He does have the Grens trying to get up to the front line, But it looks like Sprice will be able to take this little pocket of territory with the southern VP behind the hedgerow as WuFF backs into friendlier quarters.
I think that Price's strategy here would be very vulnerable to harassment. He doesn't have any counter-harassment units like a T-70 or an M5 or anything mobile that can stop himself from losing territory on the left. So if WuFF wants to weaken Price's forces pushing onto the right, what he could do is send a couple units left, start taking territory over there, and force Price to dedicate some of his units over there so that his counterattacks on the right side are not as powerful.
It's a very perspective. That's a very observant. Sorry, Romeo. That's a good observation, my friend, because like sending one LMG squad left could probably cap a ton of points. Sprice would have to either send his sniper or send multiple infantry squads to deal with them.
Probably, or maybe a fully healed squad of guards probably stack up against LMG Grens pretty well. But I know that Grens are bugged right now, that they're more powerful than they're supposed to be, so they probably make oddly good harassment units right now.
Okay, I found my phrase. That's a perceptive observation, Romeo. Dear Romeo.
Thank you. Thank you, Amy.
Looks like WuFF is going to be able to debuff this little push. What's the right word there?
Rebuke.
Rebuke. Thank you. Yes, as he is able to re-wipe that southern VP on the right-hand side. Triple vet picked up by Sprice's sniper. These Grens got to be real careful. They're down to 2 men. They're gonna raise the VP and get out of there. Though well played by WuFF.
Looks like a case of asking you shall receive. WuFF is also going to send one unit over towards the left and get the territory capped over there.
Look in Sprice's base. What the fuck is he doing?
Oh, he's reducing the pop cap of his ML20s by
so he's
throwing
clear
off
it temporarily.
No, he's going to clear off some of the extra crew members. They have like unnecessary support dudes on there. That
he's just going to clear a couple of them?
I think so, yeah.
Oh my god, how this Sprice.
He does the same with his AT guns. I've seen him play a game where he purchased 4 AT guns but left them in his base and flamethrowered them to death. Maybe he will fully clear it. I don't know. He's still going.
Because, I mean, like, if he was I mean, he is. He's pretty close to high pop cap. He's 85 out of 100. So if he cleared the infantry off of this ML20, then he could build, like, a big pop cap unit and then reman the ML20.
Yeah. It's like a really roundabout way of doing the same thing U.S. forces can do with their tanks where they decrew.
Okay, WuFF is starting to harass the left-hand side. He did exactly what we thought of. He sent one of those triple vet LMG Gren squads left, and look how much infantry Sprice has to send over there to deal with that.
Exactly. That will hugely help WuFF on the right side, because now Price has basically, he doesn't have anything that's going to attack this. That's going to buy WuFF a lot of time. That one Grenadier squad has to retreat from that engagement, obviously, but just the fact that it influenced Price's movements that much is beneficial. So something to keep in mind. In fact, if WuFF really wanted to, maybe not gamble, but get aggressive, there's barely anything defending the ML20s with all of Price's infantry tied up on the left. So if the Panzer IV, with Minesweeper support, of course, took advantage of that to maybe make a little bit of a push, try and clear out those artillery emplacements, this would be a really good opportunity.
WuFF brings the Flakpanzer Ostwind onto the field, and they're fighting a whole bunch of triple vet guards, and this Ostwind is going to have trouble with all those guards. Sprice is giving chase, but it looks like he will back off, and the Ostwind will retreat to safety. Let's do another time sync, Romeo. I'm going to pause at 2840.
All right, I'm about 5 seconds behind you. No big deal. I think this map lags me less. This map performs well.
Let me know when you get there, and I'll count us back in.
Oh, sorry. I zoomed past it. I'm at 28:45.
Okay, then I will pause there and count us back in. We're going to unpause in 3, 2, 1. Unpause. 46, 47, 48, 49.
All right.
Popping off on the right a bit. Sprice is sending just a few engineer squads out there to try to cap points and maybe stop this drain that he's experiencing, but the P4 is still there, and now WuFF has a very forward MG42 team guarding that center VP. Sprice is trying to move his Zis anti-tank gun into the little gap. It's funny that that gap with the stone wall is still standing this late into the game. We're 30 minutes in, and nobody's done the Kool-Aid push through it yet. The P4 doesn't feel like going that far.
Probably because 2 mines have detonated on that half of the wall, so if he probably feels like if he just tries to blast through that wall, he's going to take engine damage, maybe put his P4 in danger, so he's being very careful. He hasn't found an opportunity to really do any proper mine sweeping over there yet. Oh, I think the ML20 wiped a spot on the base and just destroyed the medic bunker. Medic bunker goes down in the Oster base. So that second ML20 is a little closer, so that's going to start causing problems for WuFF. That's going to put pressure on him to get rid of that artillery.
Oh man, the S mines against these penal squads on the right, plus the mortar, they're taking a lot of damage. They are able to wipe the flag. The Ostwind's back repaired and fighting the infantry again on the left. I really like these strategic decisions made by WuFF. You know, he goes and harasses with the Grenadiers, and he pulls all the infantry to the left, and then the Ostwind just starts going to town on him.
I also think double Ostwind is a good reaction to Price's build. Price has made no tech units at all. He's actually just teched up in his base though, tier 4 is up, but his army composition this entire game for 30 minutes has been completely infantry based. This aggressive maneuver is dangerous. There could be mines all over the place.
There were mines. The Ostwind threaded the needle between 2 mines. That's got to be the luckiest Ostwind in France. And he's, you know, marked target is on him now. The P4 is coming in to support the Ostwind. The AT gun can't find a place to set up.
Light artillery barrage too. Oh God, carnage!
Down. Now what is Sprice gonna do? Really? And he's only got 1 member of 1 guard squad left. That's his only anti-tank capability.
Oh geez, that push by WuFF was the perfect combination of luck and skill right there. Dodged every mine. His light artillery barrage probably could not have connected better, and now Price just lost, what, like 20 or 30 PopCap worth of units right there, and the Ostwind is uncountered going to town on these infantry, the Panzer IV working on the tech structures. Oh, and the ML20 destroyed, by the way, in the midst of this engagement.
Yeah, the second Ostwind wasn't so lucky on his way in. He's finding all the mines. Sprice is trying to reman his Zis gun. That's really his only chance to stop this base attack. And I don't know what's up with the Zis gun, but it doesn't seem to be able to find the range on anything. It's just staring. Maybe it's blocked. Okay, it does get a shot right between all of the buildings to kill that nasty Ostwind that started all of this.
Ostwind was kind of trapped
there. Shot on the rear end of the P4. The P4 is not microing all that well. He's going to take another shot from the Zis gun. Now he's going to finally zip out of the cone of fire.
He probably needs to pop Blitz if he's going to get out of there. The Ostwind just got his engine repaired. Maybe it could move up on the flank and try and get that. Nope. Panzer IV goes down.
So, wow. With almost nothing, somehow Sprice is able to kill both tanks. I mean, okay, that second Ostwind hit a mine and wanted to get repaired, whatever, but who cares at the point where, like, there's an AT gun killing both of your pieces of armor. That wounded Ostwind should have come in with the natural flank and just cleared those 2 guys off of that AT gun. So WuFF is missing some opportunities.
A little bit, but that Ostwind had a destroyed engine, not a damaged engine, so it basically couldn't move at all. It probably wouldn't have even been able to get in range. But even losing those 2 tanks, I think the damage he inflicted there was worth it. That was a great trade. Just look at PopCaps. WuFF is at 60, Price is at 30. So even though he lost 2 tanks, he still traded up during that big time. Price has almost nothing left. He has barely any tools with which to come back into this game. But his tier 4 is up and he has 550 fuel in the bank. So that's his one saving grace, I think. Whether or not that'll be enough, though, I'm not sure. He needs to get out something.
Man, WuFF builds another Ostwind. He's just pouring on the Ostwind. It's like, okay, both of them simultaneously hit mines. When the fresh Ostwind tries to do the Kool-Aid and finds a mine on the right-hand side of that wall, and then the Ostwind from a few minutes ago finds a mine on the left-hand side of the wall, and now Sprice, with his very understrength army, is going to try to give chase with the Zis gun into the fog of war. He does have a T-34 on the way.
Yeah, T-34 plus AT gun has the potential to maybe pick up one of these Ostwinds if infantry support doesn't arrive soon, but WuFF has captured the whole map. He's taking everything there on the left side. Price has pretty much no map control, and the victory point clock is going to start ticking against him here too. He's only got 200 points remaining and very few units left with which to execute a comeback.
WuFF's WuFF's pack that's been sitting in his base since the 9th minute might finally see some action when the T-34 comes on the field.
Mechanized assault group fielded now. That's almost like
Squad wipe.
it's almost like a lighter version of the Ostwind. 2 Ostwinds and a mechanized assault
That's
group.
the manner. That's the manner build at the end there, dude. He's just gonna manner build this SDKFC 250 and just come in and say, "What's up, Sprice?"
It wiped a squad.
T-34 busts through what's left of that wall, but this Ostwind is fully healthy. He is backed up by an AT gun, so WuFF might lose this Ostwind. I wonder if the pack's gonna start mobilizing finally. That Ostwind does fall. The pack is like making its lonely journey down the middle road, finally entering into the game.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
T-34 is wreaking havoc. WuFF is finding himself very unprepared for this.
Yeah. Looks like he's gonna, I don't know, where are the Fausts?
He doesn't have the munitions for the Panzerschreck upgrade. No Panzerschreck upgrade coming on the Panzer Grenadiers. The Panzerfaust may... There it goes.
First pack shot. Sprice gets the Ostwind, takes 2 pack shots. He's very low with the T-34. He's trying to back around the house. These Grenadiers are going to try to chase. They already used their Faust, so they don't really have any more damage that they can do.
It'll come off cooldown, but he won't be able to catch up. The AT gun's on its way, though. If it finds the line, I'm pretty sure that T-34 will go down. He just needs to maintain vision with some other squad or something.
Oh, does he have vision?
Oh, he gets in the house to provide vision. Nice play.
That's pro move by WuFF. I didn't even think of that. That was really smart. Hops in the house, gets enough vision, and the pack that's been dormant all game long puts in the kill shot. Nicely played.
I told you so. Pack was a good idea.
Doing work. The 36th minute.
Well,
So-
losing both of those Ostwinds sucks, though.
Yes,
I mean,
all the
he
armor's
was
gone all
way
of a
in the
sudden.
lead, and he just kind of almost carelessly lost both of them mines. He didn't have minesweeper support. He wanted to get really aggressive and put the final nail in the coffin. He wasn't expecting it to go so poorly there. And now Price got a T-70 of all things.
Yeah, right, the 35-minute T-70 comes on the field, takes a few pot shots at this DKFZ, and now is going to try to kite the pack.
Sometimes a light vehicle is the right move when all armor has been destroyed, but maybe not in this case because the Panzer IV is on its way.
Hello, what's up? Okay, the T-70 clears the pack, but the P4 is there now. The P4... Oh, wow, what a shot! I thought WuFF was kind of blowing it with micro by not pushing the P4 forward to chase him, but he gets this long-range shot that just... Yeah, makes mincemeat out of the T-70.
I think that was probably intentional since tanks are more accurate when they're not moving, so he just wanted to hold still and just take the accurate shot rather than trying to give chase against a light vehicle that might have gotten away. But it's a gamble either way for sure.
Romeo, congratulations. You're right at around 300 viewers on a Friday afternoon in Europe. I think that's an achievement. I hope everybody that's checking this game out is sure to follow Romeo. That's no skin off your nose. Just press the follow button on Twitch. We started with around 3,000 followers today. We're going to see how many we can pack in here.
Oh, Ami. You're making me blush.
Just call me Don King. Oh, P4.
Wow, it's out of
The
control.
P4 explodes. What the hell got it?
It was out of control from an AT gun shot, but it wiped a squad while out of control before exploding.
Oh, wow. And now this SDKFZ, look at all these just cleared AT guns. Wow, he's going to spend 120 munis on a light artillery barrage just to stop those engineers from remanning that AT gun?
Well,
okay.
he can probably afford it. I mean, Price has only 2 units left. It's been a ridiculously lethal game on both sides, but clearly WuFF is coming out on top. I don't know if it's possible for Price to recover from this situation. He had a little resource float, though. He's fielding 2 vehicles simultaneously out of his tech structures. A T-34 plus a T-70. WuFF may not be totally ready for that. He needs to get some of these AT guns crewed.
I wonder if he's ever going to think about saving for a Tiger again. He just kept cranking out those tier 3 tanks.
I don't know. I mean, I think a tier 3 unit has potential to seal the game, but
Well, yeah, that's probably what he thought 5 minutes ago when he built the P4.
Every tier 3 unit he's made has had the potential to seal the game, but he keeps hitting a mine or getting sniped by the last half-health AT gun on the field. Price has been holding on by a thread this whole time. But by holding out for Tiger, he allows Price time to wriggle his way back into the game. So
wriggle. You know, WuFF even has Minesweepers. He's been trying to lead with them, but Sprice has done a pretty good job just planting mines everywhere.
I don't think he spent a single munitions on anything else except for guard upgrades. T70 and T34 going in simultaneously, and it looks like WuFF is ill-prepared for this push. He has nothing that can counter.
The pack is cleared, and now the T70 is just going to town, wiping squads. The T34 is giving chase. SDKFC 250 falls. The troll build, I thought. I didn't really see any point for that build, but let's see. WuFF is going to try to Faust. He gets a good rear armor hit, but no engine crit. So, and then a second Faust from the front manages to damage the engine. But I think Sprice has got enough infantry support that he'll be able to back that T-34 to safety. He is under a bit of VP pressure.
Yeah,
you got WuFF standing at 132.
60 VPs left.
Yeah,
for
59
Price.
for Price at the moment.
And WuFF there actually was floating fuel a little bit. You can see the Panzer IV is in progress, but he still has 50 fuel left in the bank, so he could have got it earlier. I think he was thinking the same thing as you. Maybe I should just go straight for Tiger. But by doing that, he left himself with no counter to Price's tier 3 units, or tier 3 and tier 4. And they just made a huge push, and now he's got an opportunity to come back into the game a little bit. I think he's still behind, but their pop caps have pulled even again somehow. And they're both it's gonna come down to a desperate struggle for VPs 40 minutes into the game.
P4's here. These Grens are trying to cap that VP, but the little T70 is taking pot shots at him. T70 even did some capping while there was a moment of breathing room. But it looks like WuFF will be able to re-raise the second VP on the right-hand side of the map, and that will put an extreme amount of pressure on Sprice to stop the drain.
Despite the fact that Price has lost so much, he finds the manpower for a spare combat engineer squad. He's going to start harassing the left side. If he can get that all captured unopposed, that would definitely go a long way towards getting this game back under control. There is an MG42 defending over there, but otherwise he should be able to make some territory gains while he's keeping WuFF busy with his armor on the right.
Okay, it's a little bit of quiet, but you know it's going to pop off soon. Sprice is down to 53. The drain is real.
He's managed to recover both AT guns, by the way. Team weapon control becomes very important in a game like this where it's coming down to the wire. The armor balances on a razor's edge. Both players have just one medium tank on the field, and having AT guns to support is everything in situations like that. But WuFF, that mortar he built way back in the beginning of the game, still kicking. It's Vet 3, and it's actually doing a pretty good job of softening those AT guns up. They can't keep their health up with that mortar bombarding them, so it's dangerous to keep them still for too long, and Price has to constantly reposition them around.
Oh man, WuFF, he got greedy. He wanted to stop the drain on the VP, and he moved his Panzer Grenadiers over there, and they wind up getting annihilated.
Panzer IV at half, and the T-34 looks like it wants to make a big play. Ooh, there goes the mortar too.
We liked that mortar, didn't we?
WuFF will not be able to hold this line. He's losing control, and he's way behind now. He's lost all of his units now. He's the one who has no units left. 2 squads of infantry, a machine gun, and finally a new AT gun, something he needed a long time ago. But didn't crew the abandoned ones in the center or the right side of the map when he had the chance, and now Price has them.
Yeah, giving the pack away might really bite him. He does have a second pack coming out. Look at Sprice immediately wants to jump on it with the T-70.
Panzer IV is not quite close enough to protect his flank. It looks like that might get cleared.
Sprice even going for a cutoff move at 43 minutes, and he is going to succeed.
And yeah, well, WuFF doesn't have any infantry left to do any map harassment. Also, at a point like this, he might want to consider pulling his MG42 from the left and using it in engagements because it's unsupported on the left and quite vulnerable to getting flanked, which even this combat engineer squad...
Which happens, as
yeah.
you say it. Is he going to try to reposition? He is. They're microing on both sides of the map. This is challenging.
Yeah, Price not watching the engagement, and it just turns around and pushes them away. So it'll be able to hold on to the VP for just a little while, but a fresh T-34 is on its way, and a third one after that. So I think WuFF is in a lot of trouble. He probably needs to crank out another AT gun like right now, or maybe another Panzer IV. But even then,
Price's army is just growing.
And
it's so funny, those two ML-20s did absolutely nothing. He didn't even break through that. One of them's fully healthy.
They didn't do anything, but this game, as happens so often, comes completely down to team weapon control. AT guns are so important. Having, I think WuFF's decision not to recover those AT guns there on the right side might have cost him this game.
Free DPs for everybody. This LMG squad now also has a DP gun from the guards. They dropped another one. He just needs to be able to... Uh-oh. Don't lose that squad, WuFF. They wanted to cap the point, but they're not going to be able to. And will CaptainSPrice be able to get the annihilation shot? He misses with the main cannon. And the pack's there to protect the retreat of those grenadiers, thankfully. This P4 really doesn't want to show himself. He's got absolutely no health. The problem right now for WuFF is he's got no pioneers.
Yeah, no repairs, and he just spent all of his manpower on another Panzer IV, which might not even be the right call, honestly. His opponent has 3 T-34s, so he can't overwhelm them with numbers, and he also has 2 AT guns, so I think he might be countering himself with that second P4.
Oh, no. Oh, that really, really hurts. It's almost like the victory was so close that WuFF could taste it, and now he's just making all the wrong decisions. He's throwing weak squads towards victory points where they're getting shredded. He just threw that P4 away.
This game, I think, was easily within his grasp. I think the main #1 turning point, I think, was his Ostwins. Yep, GG.
GG.
Ostwins wanted to seal the game, dove through the wall, hit a bunch of mines. He lost them both to 1 T-34, and then that's where he lost his momentum, and then everything kind of crumbled from there. So
man, the swings in this game.
This was a good game, though. It was actually fun to watch. GG.
Yeah, definitely GG, both players. We should save this replay, throw it up on code2.org, and throw up... Are you going to export any of these casts to your YouTube?
Yeah, usually, yeah.
Excellent.